This is Raider News with Andrew Manns and Colleen Haggerty with the news, Helene Gebler with arts and entertainment, and Amanda Vitolo with sports. And now, from Studio B at Scotch Plains Family High School, Andrew Manns and Colleen Haggerty. Hi, and welcome to this first edition of Raider News. I'm Andrew Manns.
And I'm Colleen Haggerty. The Student Government Association held its annual memorial ceremony after school on September 11th to commemorate the tragic events of that day. Members of SGA and the faculty gave speeches and had a moment of silence. Now let's go on location to hear more.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallant. The rockets spread glare, the bombs bursting in air gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. And never yet waved for the land of the free and the home of the brave. Hello everyone, thank you for joining us today to gather in the honor of the memory of those who perished on September 11, 2001.
The Sequoia Tree is a living memorial of the lives lost and affected by the events that occurred 6 years ago on 9/11. It lives to continually remind us of all the brave Americans who lost their lives on that tragic day.
Each year, this tree grows taller and stronger, just as our nation has and continues to do so. Our presence here today shows our commitment to remember and to hope for a more peaceful future.
Over the summer, SBF-HS was involved in a mass construction project that added new parking spaces to the front and rear of the high school. Let's go on location with James and Izzo to hear more.
Hi, this is James and Izzo here for Construction Update. I'm here to show you the newly expanded parking lot, which has triple the spaces and has been expanded onto the grass here. Now I'm here in the senior parking lot where there's been newly added spots for seniors only. Each senior has a designated spot. It's their own personal spots. They don't have to come in early for school and fight for spots. This has been a construction update. I'll see you next time.
Over 40,000 people flocked to Nomahegan Park in Cranford on September 15th to attend the Union County Music Fest. This free concert followed the Rock on Walkathon to support cancer and stem cell research. The festival was filled with famous faces like rock and roll legend Chuck Berry, The English Beat, Fountains of Wayne, and Live. A great time was had by all who attended, and valuable money was raised for this effort. Now let's go on location with Caitlin Ridge to hear more.
And I'm here with Mr. McMeekin. So can you tell us a little bit more about the Union County Music Fest?
Well, the Union County Music Fest is the single biggest event in Union County. It is also the biggest music concert in the state. This year it actually ballooned to 9 bands, including Scotch Plains' own Smithereens, Live, who were the headliners, and the legendary Chuck Berry. 40,000 people showed up throughout the day at Nomahegan Park in Cranford, so it was absolutely enormous.
Wow, and I heard that your crew was pretty large for filming this event. Can you tell us a little bit more about that?
This might have been the largest crew we ever had. It was the longest shoot we ever did. We started setting up at 6 in the morning and we finished after midnight the whole day. Our crew was over 30 people, actually the majority of which were either current students here at Scotch Plains Family High School or former students. So students had a big hand in this.
Wow, well, from what I can see, it looks like you guys did a great job. Thank you for your time. Back to the studio.
Now let's get some feedback from this year's SLC conference.
Hi, I'm Brian Walsh on location for Raider News, and I'm here with Bianca Chavez, who went on SLC. So how was your trip?
It was a lot of fun. I met a lot of new people, so it was a really good time.
Can you tell us some activities that you did?
We had a ropes course, went rock climbing, and we also had to make a new program for the high school to make it better.
And what was that program?
We're going to do a recycling program where in the morning announcements we're going to go to all the garbages and seek through it just to take out the paper so we can recycle it.
Hi, I'm Brian Walsh here for Raider News, here with Mr. Valentine, who went on SLC. So how was your trip?
I had a really great time, Brian. It was a lot of fun. We learned a lot of interesting things about leadership and had a great time while we were doing it.
What was your favorite activity that you did?
My favorite activity during the trip was a team building activity called the Human Knot, where we joined hands together to try and untangle this human knot. And even though our group wasn't able to accomplish it, we had a lot of fun trying.
Well, thank you very much, and now back to the studio.
JSA is starting the year off strong, having already held their first meeting in which they debated the topic of universal health care. The club is preparing for their first convention in Cherry Hill on November 10th. Now let's go on location with Luke Derrick to hear more.
Tell us, for all the parents and freshmen out there, what exactly is JSA?
JSA is a club in the school that debates different issues on the political level for national and state and even local issues.
So it's no secret that you guys had some trouble last year with Mrs. Wagner leaving and all. What are you doing this year to make sure that you're successful the whole way through?
Well, we started off really well at freshman orientation. That really showed through in our first meeting with at least 15 or 16 new people there. And the cabinet is dedicated this year, and everyone looks forward to just making it really, really good.
Well, you guys are known for holding after-school events like Battle of the Bands. As of yet, are you guys cooking anything up that we can look forward to sometime soon?
Yeah, we're definitely planning Battle of the Bands this year. We might be mixing it up a little bit with that, and so you just have to wait and see.
All right, and last but not least, why should we join JSA?
Well, you should join JSA because your opinions are better than everyone else's, and you like to argue with people, and it's fun.
Students Concerned for the Needy had their first meeting recently for the 2007-2008 school year. SCN will be featuring several community projects this year. Let's go on location to hear what's new.
Hi, I'm Nikki Mineo on location with 3 members of SCN. Can you tell me what SCN is?
SCN is Students Concerned for the Needy, and it's a club that helps the less fortunate in the community.
And what are some upcoming events in October?
We'll be doing a clothing and shoe drive where you just bring in like never worn shoes or just like slightly used, and we're also doing soup kitchens Monday and Tuesday nights where we make sandwiches and we ship them off to the less fortunate people.
And what are people bringing to back to school night?
Well, this year we're having some people bring in like sandwiches for the people coming home from work, and like coffee and baked goods, so it'll be fun.
Thank you. Now back to the studio.
Store doors the third week of school to a crowd of eager students. The store is continuing to sell its popular family bagels in the morning. Now let's go on location with Erica Cook for more.
Hi, I'm Erica Cook on location for Raider News, and I'm here with a member of DECA. So when did the DECA store open?
It opened last Monday on the 17th.
And what new products does DECA have in their store?
This year we're carrying a lot of smaller drink items like vitamin water and juices, and we're also selling bagels in the mornings.
That's really cool. And what events does DECA have planned for this year?
This year we're going to be doing a lot of fundraising, dealing with Thanksgiving and Halloween and Christmas parties, and we're going to be going to the regional and state and national competitions.
A drunk driving simulation was held Friday, September 28th for all seniors. Students experienced a highly instructive seminar targeted for teenagers to prevent drunk driving. Now let's go and get some footage from the event.
That's still not healed. No, I still
I won't do it now. Watch out. Look out. You can't use your gas pedal for a brake now. As soon as you got in trouble, you hit the gas. Where you going now? Hold on to it. Oh, stay on the course. Stay on the course. Stay on the course. It's pretty noticeable, isn't it?
It's fun.
It's fun.
But the brakes are kind of...
Oh my god. Ow, my eyes.
This is Brian Dempsey on location with Tyler and Molly, who just took the drunk driving test. So, Tyler, how was it like driving?
It was a good experience. I'm never going to drive drunk ever.
And Molly, how was it in the back seat?
Crazy. Absolutely crazy.
Oh my god, you got this huge pencil ordeal with Blaze. Did you?
Now let's go to Arts and Entertainment with Helene Gebler.
Thanks, Andrew. This month is going to begin October 2nd with Back to School Night. Anyone planning on taking the SATs, testing is October 6th. Don't plan on showing up to school October 8th, you'll be the only one. School's out for Columbus Day. Come out to see our marching band perform the home show on the 14th. College-bound students, I hope to see you at College Night, October 25th from 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. As always, our marching band is hard at work, planning to exceed our expectations with a new halftime show. Let's find out more with Saxony Nielsen on location.
Hi, I'm Saxony Nielsen reporting live for Raider News, and I'm here with 2007 marching band drum major Vicki McNally. So, Vicki, can you tell us a little bit about the halftime show this year?
Well, we've definitely got a really big Latin theme going. We're taking songs from the musical Man of La Mancha, and then we're taking songs from the movie Zorro, and we're kind of putting them together. And there's a lot of drum parts, and it's really fun.
That sounds really fun. Now, have you competed in any competitions this year?
So far, we've only been in one at Hunterdon Central. It was a couple weeks ago.
Now, how did you do in that competition?
We put on a really good show. Unfortunately, we didn't get as many awards as we would have liked, but that's not really what matters. What matters is the show, and it was great.
And do you have any upcoming competitions?
2 weeks from now, I think it's October 6th, we'll be at Giant Stadium competing in the Yamaha Cup. So if you want to come check us out.
It is my honor to introduce a new feature to Raider News. It is no secret that our school is filled with creative and talented students. Jordy Elmer will be on location with Brian Sensor, October's Artist of the Month.
Hi, this is Jordy Elmer here with the Artist of the Month, Brian Sensor.
Hey.
How does it feel to be Artist of the Month?
It feels great. I like it. It's awesome.
Who are some of your influences that got you into playing guitar?
My biggest influence would probably be my cousin who plays bass. He's a little bit older than me. But my favorite band is the Red Hot Chili Peppers, and I'm into Led Zeppelin and funky stuff and Chick Chick Chick. They're good. Stuff like that.
Are you performing in a band?
Yeah, I'm actually in a band called Top.
Will we see Taj playing October 5th at the Battle of the Bands?
I guarantee it.
You guys won last time. Do you think you'll win again?
I don't want to start anything, but may the best man win. That's all I have to say.
All right, thank you. This has been Jordy Elmer here with the Artist of the Month, Brian Sensor. Now back to the studio.
Now let's go to Micheline Lambros with this year's first edition of A Look at the Past.
Hi, I'm Micheline Lambros for the October edition of A Look at the Past. Here we go back to October 2001 when Lindsay Fitzgerald introduces Dan Purley in a construction update report. Take a look.
Many of you have noticed the improvements being made at SPFHS this year. Let's go to Dan Purley with Construction Update to find out more. Dan?
If you look at that blue building material on top of school, you may be wondering if they're putting on a new roof. And according to Dr. Heisey, that's exactly what they're doing. Although the actual cost of the renovation was not disclosed to 34 News, Dr. Heisey did explain that they'll be putting down a completely new roof with new insulation, new coal tar, and new stones. The new roof should have a new insulation system as well as a new drainage system that will eliminate the leaks, which if you remember in the news section was a major problem.
If you've ever passed room 152, you'd be sure to hear in-depth debates, inspiring quotes, and of course, laughter. Let's go to October's Faculty Member of the Month, Mr. Stevens, with Camilla Shanks.
Hi, my name is Camelia Shanks, and I'm here with our Faculty Member of the Month, Mr. Stevens. Is this your first time being nominated, and how does it feel?
Wow, how does it feel? It's an honor to be nominated, and I guess when I was told that I was nominated for Faculty Member of the Month, I was wondering, why me? When there are so many other great staff members here whom I get inspiration from and great ideas. It's such a great staff here. It's a pleasure to work here, and it's definitely an honor, especially with the number of staff that we have.
Oh, that was sweet. And how many years have you been teaching English at SBFHS?
I've been here for 16 years, all doing freshman and sophomore English.
And have they been enjoyable for you?
Yes, they have. I can say that every year seems to be as good, if not better, than the last year. And it's always fun getting a new room full of students, and I look forward to each year. And even though I've been teaching some of the same subjects, every year seems to be something a little bit different.
Interesting. What about your life outside of school? What are some of the hobbies you take part in?
That's a good question. Don't have time for a lot of real hobbies, as other people may have hobbies. I have 5 children, all between the ages of 3 and 12, so they take up a lot of time. And our family's pretty close. We do a lot of things together. We've also homeschooled our kids for a number of years. This is the first year they're in public school, at least the older 3. So we're still homeschooling the younger 2. But that's one definite hobby. And our family enjoys spending time in our faith. So our faith's important to us, and we are involved with some church activities and things like that.
Okay, that's really good. I hear that you're one of 2 SCN advisors, so what activities can we expect from SCN this year?
Oh boy, that can take a long time. SCN only seems to grow every single year. Mr. Capron is the co-advisor with me. I'm glad to have him on board. This is, I guess, his 3rd or 4th year now with us. But we're doing a lot of things. We're doing our annual shoe drive starting next month. We added a clothing drive last year. We're doing that again. There's a benefit concert that we're hosting, or actually helping to co-sponsor in November. 2 high school students have organized it and developed it, and that's on November 17th, so you can all come out here to the cafeteria. And that is going to benefit a local food pantry in Plainfield. And the holidays around Thanksgiving, Christmas, we normally do food boxes for Thanksgiving. We do close to 100. Give people a Thanksgiving Day meal, complete. And around the holidays, we sponsor over 125 children. We do a school-wide food drive, which nets over 4,000 items, and that also stocks some of the local food pantries in our community.
Wow, that's really interesting. Always look out for those who are less fortunate than you are. It's very important. One last question: if you could choose any other profession than teaching English, what would it be?
Wow, besides someone just giving me a lot of money and I can not have to work, this actually is, I guess, my 4th profession. I tried to pursue professional baseball, and I think George Steinbrenner lost my phone number, so that didn't work out. And then I went to college coaching. I coached at Princeton University for a year and found out it's very administrative, and I didn't like all the paperwork. I have my own business, which was full-time, and now it's part-time. I conduct baseball camps and clinics. So this is my first real career that has been for this long. But if I were to do anything else, I'd probably like to write. I think every English teacher has a few books in their head that they'd like to get printed someday.
If you want to be in style to go back to school, here's Fashion and Fads with Erica Goldberg and Maria Rivero.
This is Erica Goldberg
and Maria Rivero,
and this is the back-to-school edition of Fashion and Fads. Here we have freshman Melanie Rome and junior Rebecca Kaplan, both sporting the new color for this season, violet purple.
This is junior Elise Whitehouse and senior Mike Carnaccia. Elise is wearing her Ugg boots with high juicy socks, and Mike is wearing a Le Tigre striped polo. This is junior Christina Romagnano and sophomore Charles Felix. Christina is wearing skinny jeans with Converses, and Felix is wearing some Guess jeans with Hollister shirt.
Here we have junior Elise Whitehouse walking with 2 freshman boys, Anthony Scalfaro and Kyle Berwick. Both boys are wearing red shirts from American Eagle and Hollister. This has been the first edition of Fashion and Fads.
See you next month.
Bye! See you!
Now let's go to sports with Amanda Vitola.
Thanks, Colleen. The past couple of weeks, the Raider football team has been showing their strengths by winning their opening game against Shabazz and Eastside, but had a loss to Irvington, leaving them with a 2-1 record. Captains Mike Chervignac, Keith Baker, and Mike Alleman have been doing their best to lead the Raiders to their success and are going to keep aiming for wins. Now let's go on location with Kyle Richards for more information.
This is Kyle Richards here on location with varsity football players Timmy Green and Mike Ferrara. So how's the season going so far?
Our season's going pretty good, despite the fact that we lost to Irvington. You know, we beat Plainfield Cardinals, and we're doing pretty good as of right now.
Who are some of the key performers?
Well, you got the senior captain, the leadership, Keith Baker, Mike Shervignac, Mike Allman, other seniors like Kyle Mahansky, Tim Green, and his brother Marcus Green.
What are your goals the rest of the way?
To go undefeated, you know, try to bring back a conference championship and maybe make it to the playoffs and get a state championship, get some rings.
All right, back to the studio.
The boys soccer team now stands at a 3-4 record, gaining wins against Cranford, Plainfield, and Eastside. Strong players scoring goals have been Mike DeVizio, Tyler Stanek, Johan Hernandez, Jared Cohen, and Joey D'Annunzio. Now let's go on location for more information.
Hi, I'm Maya Robinson reporting live for Raider News. I'm here with varsity soccer player Mike DeVizio. How you doing, Mike?
Good, how are you?
Pretty good. How are you guys doing this season?
We struggled a little bit. Haven't done it as well as we hoped we would have, but we're getting it together.
Okay, have you had any strong wins?
We were able to pull wins over Cranford, Eastside, and Plainfield.
Okay, and who's your toughest competitor this season?
We have Bridgewater Raritan coming up, Kearney, and Rancocas Valley.
Okay, and do you have any strong incoming freshmen this year?
Blake DeJean and Brian Fisher were 2 new freshmen this year.
Okay, and who are your captains this season?
Myself, Brian Hesmer, and Jared Cohen.
Okay, well, good luck this season. Back to you.
The girls Raider soccer team stands at a strong 4-1-2 record and is planning on continuing to add to the wins with the help of their 2 returning starters, senior captain Molly Meehan and junior Tina Camarda. Now let's go on location with Nikki Minio to hear more.
Hi, I'm Nikki Minio on location at the soccer field here with super soccer player Katie Cornacchia. So Katie, how is the season going so far?
It's going really well. It's a lot of fun.
And what is your record?
As of right now, it's 4-1-2.
And how's the team chemistry this year?
The chemistry is so good. Everyone gets along. It's so much fun.
And are there any upcoming games in October that people should look out for?
We play Westfield for the second time. It's going to be a home game, and everyone should come.
All right, thanks. Good luck with the rest of your season. Now back to the studio.
With new coach Kristen Tutoriello, the girls' tennis team has started out with a 3-3 record, having wins against Union, Kearney, and Dayton. Last Thursday and Friday, the team played in the Union County Tournament in Plainfield, and now let's go on location with Erica Goldberg to find out more.
It's Erica Goldberg reporting for Raider News, and I'm here with varsity tennis player Courtney Bafani, who just played in the Union County Tennis Tournament. So, Courtney, how did the tournament go?
It went really well. My partner and I placed third, and we won a medal.
Can you tell me more about the medal?
It was the first time in a number of years that a girl from Scotch Plains won a medal in the county tournament.
That's really good. Can you tell me about the rest of the team's performances?
Well, as a team, we placed 7th, and first singles, Alex Suzuka placed 6th. Second singles, Kathleen Yan placed 8th, and third singles, Cerula Cuby placed 8th.
Well, good luck with the rest of the season. Back to the studio.
Both girls and boys cross country have an undefeated 3-0 record, winning 2 dual meets against Linden, Elizabeth, and Kearney. Brittany Veek, Kathy Harley, and Emily Carroll are key runners for the girls, and Pat Dolliver, Mike Reagan, and Martin Sweeney for the boys. This past Saturday, the teams ran in the Stewart Memorial Invitationals, and now let's go on location with Deidre Lyons to find out more information about the meet.
Hi, this is Deidre Lyons reporting on location with 2 members of the cross-country team, Brian Walsh and Martin Sweeney. So how's your season been so far?
We've had a pretty good season. We're 4-1, and we lost to Westfield, which is our biggest loss so far. And we had a lot of injuries on both the boys and girls side, but otherwise we're doing pretty good.
Okay, and who are some of your key runners?
Well, right now, Patrick Dolliver's leading the pack. He's doing a good job. Michael Reagan's doing well. I'm doing all right. Dan Tepienza's hurt, unfortunately. But for the girls, Brittany Veek is leading the pack, and they're doing pretty solid as well.
Okay, and who's your next biggest meet?
Well, we have an invitational on Saturday where all the teams get together, but our next dual meet is against Union on Tuesday.
Okay, well, good luck to that, and I hope you guys have a great season.
Thanks.
Now back to the studio.
With a 2-4 record, the volleyball team plans on pulling themselves out of this rough situation by adding more wins to the record. Captains Izzy Block, Alyssa Karras, and Nicole Colinari are leading the team, and even though they had a decent start, they say that the team has good communication and has a strong goal on winning counties. Now let's go on location with Brian Rabideau for more information.
Hi, I'm Brian Rabideau, on location with varsity volleyball players.
Nicole DeSando.
Kim Shealis.
Alicia Matthews.
What is your current record for the season?
We're currently 2-4.
What would you think makes you stronger than this year than last year?
We definitely have better communication on our team this year, and everyone's more determined.
Who would be some key players on the team?
Well, we're all really important to the team because without all of us as a whole, we couldn't accomplish anything. But I would say the key players of the team are Izzy Blatch, Nicole Connery, and Alyssa Karras because they're the captains and they're the ones who keep us confident and pumped and ready to play the game as to our best ability on and off the court.
What are your insights about this year's season?
We're actually doing a lot better, and everyone's more determined, and I think that we're going to be able to beat teams this year that we haven't previous seasons.
Are you more confident this year than last year?
Yes, even though you can't tell by our record because we're 2-4 right now, we're a little bit more confident because our conference is a lot difficult. It stepped up a notch from last year, but we've only been losing by 2 or 3 points. So I think that's something we can pull through with a little bit more work and just pushing it through, and we can definitely overcome.
Having wins against Wayne Hills and Ridge, the Raiders gymnastics team has a record of 2-1. Annie Smith and Julia Capodicaza have been leading the team and contributed their skills along with Gina Pelusi and Jessica Colinari. They are practicing to compete in the Cougar Tournament on October 5th and counties on October 19th. Now let's go on location with Shari Castillo with more.
This is Shari Castillo. I'm here with 2 girls from the gymnastics team.
Kristen Spirko
And
Lindsay Robinson.
So Lindsay, who are the captains this year?
This year our captains are Julia Capodicaza and Annie Smith.
How's the season going so far, Kristen?
The season's going well. Our record is 3-1, and we recently just broke our team record.
Do you have any personal goals or accomplishments?
This season I hope to qualify all around for sectionals. I have some of my scores, so hopefully I'll get there in a couple weeks.
That's great. This has been Shari Castillo. Back to the studio.
Now let's go to Cheryl Markovitz with Senior Football Captain and Male Athlete of the Month, Keith Baker.
Hi, this is Cheryl Markovitz, and I'm here with Senior Football Player and Captain Keith Baker, this month's Athlete of the Month. So Keith, how does it feel to be Athlete of the Month?
Feels good.
What have you personally accomplished this season?
Well, so far we've had 3 games. I have 38 tackles and 4 sacks so far.
Do you have any plans for college?
Yeah, well, right now I'm committed to Temple. Offering me a scholarship there, but I'm still going to look around. It's only a verbal commitment.
All right, thank you and congratulations. Now back to the studio.
Now let's go to Matt Simon with Senior Soccer Captain and Female Athlete of the Month, Bridget Cornwell.
Here with Female Athlete of the Month, Bridget Cornwell. So Bridget, how does it feel to be Female Athlete of the Month?
I feel really honored because I've been working really hard since freshman year, and it's finally paying off.
So what's it like to be captain of the soccer team?
It's really fun this year because Molly and Alana and I work well together, and we're doing a lot better than people expected us to this year, so that's exciting.
So when's your next game?
Our next game is on Saturday against Pingree, and they're a really good team, so we're going to have to work really hard, and everybody has to come out ready to play, and it's going to come down to who has more heart.
All right, thank you. Back to you.
Now back to Andrew and Colleen.
That's it for this October edition of Raider News.
We'll see you next month, starting on Monday, November 5th.